Good evening, my name is Jim DeMayo and this is A Course in Miracles. Today, Lesson 60 is the final installment of our review. God is the light in which I forgive. God does not forgive because he is never condemned. The blameless cannot blame. Those who have accepted their innocence see nothing to forgive. Yet forgiveness is the means by which I recognize my innocence. It is the reflection of God's love on earth. So forgiveness is not about pardon. Forgiveness is the willingness to accept correction, to let the Holy Spirit show us really what's going on. And so, I will recognize my innocence in the reflection of God's love on earth and the guidance of the Holy Spirit. It will bring me near enough to heaven that the love of God can reach down to me and raise me up to him. God takes the final step in our salvation. Next, God is the strength in which I trust. It is not my own strength through which I forgive. It is through the strength of God in me. The direction of God, the guidance of God, the Holy Spirit, which I'm remembering as I forgive. And I begin to see, I recognize his reflection on earth. I forgive all things because I feel the stirring of his strength in me. And I begin to remember the love I chose to forget, but which has not forgotten me. Next, there's nothing to fear. How safe the world will look to me when I see it. It will not look anything like what I imagine I see now. Everyone and everything I see will lean toward me to bless me. I will recognize in everyone my dearest friend. What could there be to fear in a world that I have forgiven and that has forgiven me? So the world I have forgiven is that I realize, along with Jesus, you too are the Son of God. Along with you, so am I. As you see that in me, I can see it better in myself. As I see it in you, you can see it better than yourself. I would encourage those who are familiar with the teachings of Jesus to see if this doesn't really bear true to what he has said. If you stay with what Jesus said, you'll notice this indeed is the direction that he was lifting us to, guiding us to. And next, God's voice speaks to me through the day, through the night. There's not a moment in which God's voice ceases to call on my forgiveness to save me. There's not a moment in which his voice fails to direct my thoughts, guide my actions, and lead my feet. I am walking steadily on towards truth. There is nowhere else I can go because God's voice is the only voice and the only guide that has been given to his Son. God's voice, the Holy Spirit, our rational self. And finally, I am sustained by the love of God. As I listen to God's voice, I am sustained by his love. As I open my eyes, his love lights up the world for me to see. And as I forgive, his love reminds me that his Son is sinless. And as I look upon the world with the vision he has given me, I remember that I am his son. We don't sustain ourselves. We didn't create ourselves. The mind, which has remembered who we are, sustains us It is that mind that created us. It is that mind that we return to.